Have you been wanting to be an interior designer? Maybe you've always known that you had a talent for design even when you were young. Are you now listening to that voice, that calling? Well, I'd like to share with you some ways to do just that. I'm Eric Lee. I started my own design firm 25 years ago and have built it to be an award-winning brand. Now I want to help aspiring designers do the same. So for my next few episodes of content, it's dedicated to my business tips for designer series where I'll be dropping some valuable tips for those who are starting their own interior design business. Let's dedicate this episode for those of you who are just thinking about starting your own interior design business. Here are 4 ways to become an interior designer. 1. Take a course. So the most obvious thing you can do if you want to be an interior designer is, of course, go and take an educational program in interior design. There are many options out there with different time frame to completion. The shortest of these are certificate programs, which are typically 6 to 12 months long if you're doing it full time. These are usually offered at community colleges. Then there are also 2-year diplomas, assuming that you're taking the course full-time. These are typically offered at colleges and technical institutes. Most of these programs can also be taken on an individual course basis, which makes it flexible for those of you thinking of doing it as part-time education while you're having a full-time job. Then finally, there are full university bachelor and master degrees throughout the country. The advantage of going through an educational program is that it is the shortest path to obtaining a certificate of some sort for an interior designer. This is assuming you can do this full-time. 2. Be self-taught. If you feel you've got a natural gift or talent for interior design, you can try to be self-taught. This is probably the toughest option though, because you won't have any resources to lean on. You also don't have any peers or colleagues to share your learning struggles with. The advantage of this is that you don't have to go through school, but I do caution that there are many benefits of getting formalized training to shortcut your learning curve. If you really want to try this, then my word of advice to achieve success is to create your own projects so that you can get some practice for yourself. And I do mean practice because although you feel that you're naturally talented, design is still a skill that needs to be honed. Creating your own interior design project could mean something as simple as redecorating your home if you want to explore the decor and styling side of interior design. Or if you want to work on the more technical side, then it would mean doing a renovation or maybe a new build project. This, of course, requires much more capital to create the project. 3. Shadow an apprentice under a designer. If you can, I would recommend shadowing or being an apprentice to an interior designer. The advantage here is that it's the quickest way for you to learn. I went to school for architecture, but learned all of my interior design from a few mentors, and I would say that they taught me much more than what school could have. The easiest way to do this would be to work in a firm as a junior designer after you get your formal schooling. Just remember to always ask questions, be curious, and soak up as much knowledge as you can. It's a great privilege to be in a working office and to learn how they do things, so take advantage of that. If you want to do this properly without schooling, but you have other office skills, then you can consider using those skills to get yourself working in an interior design firm. Design firms often require many other skills like office admin, accounting, management, sales, and marketing. You can leverage these other skills that you have to get yourself in the door and then create an opportunity for a possible lateral career move. If you want to apprentice under someone without formal training, then it'll be much harder because you have no certification to show your prospective mentor. But it's not impossible. If you have the right contacts, someone may take you under their wings. This will, of course, require you to present a really solid case on why they should mentor you. 4. Be a support to the interior designer. A 4th way, and probably not so obvious to many people, is that you can play a support role for the interior design industry. Many people go through the interior design school and actually find out that they don't want to be a designer, but with their unique skills, they can support industry in other ways. For instance, if you like working with people and are good at sales, then you could be a supplier rep. There are many companies that manufacture materials and finishes for the interior design industry, and they need people to promote their products to designers. This could be material reps like flooring, tile, wallpaper, lighting, and many other materials and finishes out there. If you're handy yourself with tools, you could consider being on the construction side of interior design. All these projects that get designed, needs to get constructed. And if you have a design eye, then you're setting yourself apart already. I know myself as a designer that if my contractor or tradesperson can appreciate design or have a design eye, then I would much rather work with them. As I mentioned in number 3, you could play an administrative role to help a design office, or leverage other skills that you may have to support the interior design industry. So there you have it, 4 options for you to explore on how to be an interior designer, or at least be working in the industry. If you're curious about my own journey to become an interior designer, then make sure you subscribe and follow this channel to get notified. I'll be sharing that with you in my upcoming content. I'm Eric Lee, and I can turbocharge your success.